You're listening to The Mentality Show, only on LA Talk Radio.
There we go. Thank you, Tech C. Woo, we're going to have a talk after this show. Okay.
Again.
Got my man, let's do our introductions. Okay. Welcome back to The Mentality Show, folks. I'm sorry I got thrown off there. This is our, 11th show? 11th show we're bringing to all our 10th show? Okay. I don't know. Like I said, time flies when you're having fun.
That's right.
So we got all of our usual characters here. The Mentality Show. I'm your host, Delano. Okay, that's all that matters. And let's move on. No, we got, of course, we got Sexy Texy here to my right. Sexy Texy in the house.
Hello. That's right.
Fucking up on the mics and stuff.
That's right.
Good job.
So what?
That's our Texy for you. So what? And then we got our man Vato V in the house. What's happening, big dog? You good?
Posted like a stamp, basically.
Posted like a stamp. All right, so, and then we have our special guest today here, Miss Danny Nicole. Welcome, Miss Danny Nicole.
Nice. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Danny's our wax specialist. She specializes in waxing people's asses. No, she does a lot of waxing for all kinds of people throughout Los Angeles County, the Inland Empire. And just to let you, I can say all these things about her, but we actually have a video. Let's go ahead and roll that video, Sammy. Get that thing started.
That's right.
So that's a little bit about our guest, Danny Nicole. Right, and we're going to get into some of the things and some of the exploits and her job and what she's seen and those type of things a little bit later in the show. So today's show, basically, as you know, we like to cover a current event, and then we like to move on to the meat and potatoes of the show. The meat and potatoes of today's show is actually going to be regular Joes versus metrosexual men. Metrosexual men versus regular Joes.
Why are you smiling at me, man?
You're just so handsome, Vato. No, I'm just kidding. No, I see this man up close. He's not a good-looking man.
That's all right.
So we're gonna go ahead and move into that.
I'm glad you think so.
And we also have. You're wondering why the seat is empty here. We mentioned last week, Mr. Paul Anthony. He's not on the show anymore. He's moved on to bigger and better things, right. And we have love for him. And we'll have him back on the show here and there. But we're also wanting to be auditioning certain people in this seat on the show. So you're going to see different faces on the show. And whoever we like and whoever we decide that you like, we're actually going to have that person on the show. They'll stick around.
Yep.
What's the number, C-Tech, for people to call in here today?
818-570.
5085. I forget that number every week. So once we get our guest in here today, I'm sorry, not our guest, but the person
guest
we're
host.
auditioning, guest host. If you like the guy, give us a call, 818-570-5085, and we'll consider it. And if you sound like you don't know what the hell you're talking about, then we won't.
We just hang up on your ass. Just kidding.
So apparently in our current event, Vato V ran across this story. He actually sent it to me a few weeks ago.
That's just funny, man.
There's a man and woman in Atlanta, I believe, right?
That was
Atlanta. They both decided to take off work and
freaks.
Yeah,
Sexy.
I guess this woman, she liked the sensation of a man sucking on her breasts, and she wanted to experience this all the time. So her ex-boyfriend, she put an ad out on Craigslist looking for a man who was willing to do this to her.
Yeah.
And I guess it was hard to find. But there's these people out there. It's called A&R, Adult Nursing Relationships, that get off or they enjoy
It's a fetish.
the feeling of the man enjoys the feeling of suckling the woman's breast, and the woman enjoys the feeling of having her breast sucked on. So,
Sexy.
you know, if these two find each other, they're a perfect match, and that's what happened. This couple this is how serious they took this A&R thing. They took time off work to
Quit their job. No, she quit her job.
She quit her job.
Yeah.
Okay, and this man, he's like a bodybuilder, so he felt like a woman's milk was something that's going to help him, you know, build his muscles up or whatnot. I guess milk does a body good. So
shit.
this
Breast
man
milk.
took
Breast milk. Breast milk is-
breast is milk.
I love how they like found each other again.
Yeah.
They already dated.
Yeah,
really?
that's right.
That's right.
They found each other again.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so she couldn't. She had trouble finding a man on the internet to suckle her breast, which I don't know why. She was an attractive woman, and she ended up running across her ex-boyfriend. Her ex-boyfriend, ran across this ad, and they ended up, you know, reuniting, and it sucked so good.
They lust each other.
And now they're at home. He's at home suckling her right now.
Sucking some chi-chis. Hello.
Now, apparently, this is called A&R, Adult Nursing Relationship. I guess this is something that's pretty popular among certain adults. And this couple is not the only one out there doing this. There are actually men out there that are doing this, but they don't want a lot of people to know, okay? They compensate somehow by, I guess, overdoing it as an adult, but you never know what people are doing at home. And, you know, we, of course, did some investigating, and we actually have a hidden video that we'd like to show you. So, Sammy, if you want to go ahead and get ready to roll that video, and let's show the people out there what's going
A
on.
little skit.
Yes, Nancy, I'm going to need to speak to Tim about the quarterly reports. Yeah, I'm going to need to see him as soon as possible. Go ahead and send him in, okay? People treat me like a fucking infant around here.
Mr. Infante, I want to apologize sincerely about, you know, our output is not as much as it was last quarter. Our operational expenses are a
Wait,
little
stop talking. Let me ask you something, Tim, okay? Do I look like a child to you?
Mr. Infante, I apologize. Absolutely
No,
not.
no apologies. This is what I need you to do. I want you to go back to your office, come back to me tomorrow, 9 a.m. with a more detailed proposal. Do you understand me, Tim?
Okay, I got you. I'll be right back for that.
Then get out of here.
Yes, sir. Got you.
I'm a grown-ass man, Tim. A grown-ass man. You're gonna start treating me with more respect around here. Infante. Yes. Okay, Tim. I'm gonna go ahead and give you one more goddamn chance. Okay? Go ahead and send your project team in here and I'll hear them out and we'll see what we got. All right? Thank you. Okay, gentlemen, I appreciate you coming in today, trying to save Tim's ass. But one thing I need you to know is I'm in charge. What I say goes. Understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any questions?
What about the SPS report, sir?
Isn't that a concern of the board's?
This is what I'm talking about. I assume you feel I'm some type of toddler or something like that.
Yes, sir.
Just because my name is Infante does not mean I'm a frickin' infant. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Hey, sir, but I have the SPS reports in the conference room. Where are the keys?
Wait. Put those keys away. I see what you're trying to do. It's not going to work anymore. You're going to need to start showing me respect. You know why? Because I'm a man, baby. A grown-ass man. All right? I'm not a child, and I wasn't born yesterday. I didn't just come out of my mother's ass. All right? Respect, gentlemen. That's what it's about. Now back to work. God damn it. Get your ass out of the way. Do I look like a fucking infant to you driving around like a child? I know how to drive, people. I'm grown. Jeez, look at that piece of ass. I'd love to be born out of that. Jesus, cool. Good job treating me like crap. Hey, honey, I'm on my way home now. Yeah, long day at the job. I'm a little hungry. I know it's lunchtime, but I needed something to eat. Daddy needs his dinner, baby. That's right, Daddy. Okay? I'm your husband, and I'm your daddy. Just make sure my dinner's ready. I'm hungry. Okay, see you soon, dear. Bye-bye. What a day, what a day. Charlie, you're the only one who gets me, buddy. Honey, I'm home.
Hi, baby. How was your day?
Honey, I don't know how many times and how many ways I have to tell you this. I'm not a baby. I'm a grown-ass man.
I understand, dear. Sounds like you've had another rough day at the office.
You don't know the half of it, dear.
All right, my dear. Come on over here and let Mama take care of you.
Honey, again, you're not my mother. I'm a grown-ass man, okay? You're my wife.
I get it, dear. Now, what happened?
I'm just so tired of the way these people disrespect me at work. I mean, it's like they literally talk to me like I'm a child.
I get it. Now, how about dinner and a drink? That always seems to calm you down.
Oh, boy. Honey, you always know what I need, right?
I sure do.
Let's do it. This is what I came home for. Oh, boy.
Ooh. That's a good boy. Yes, you are.
Honey, you always know what I need. Back to work. I'm a grown man. All right, and we are back. Was a hidden camera video of some guy named Mr. Infante that likes to suck on this woman's titties and
Breast milk.
yeah, and overcompensate by being the boss at work. So it happens. A&R, and we just found that funny, and hope you found it funny too. So if you notice here, before the skit was shown, or the video was shown, and after the video show was shown, we actually have our guy here. Let's please welcome to the show, Drew.
Nice.
That's right.
Glad to have
In
you.
the
Glad
house.
to have you. Thanks. Great
That's
to
right.
be here.
Drew is he's an actor, a writer, he's a health guru. We're going to let him introduce himself. Go ahead and tell the people about yourself. There.
Hi. This is Drew. I'm a fitness coach and homeopathic nutritionist. I also write, and I've been in some things. If you look me up, you'll see.
Yeah.
We'll post it up later.
Check them out.
They got you.
I didn't want this guy on the show. I didn't want anybody on the show that's better looking than me, but he's we decided to go ahead and give him a chance, So, but anyway, we're here and we got you covered on this show for everything, right? We talk about everything on the show, right, Vatsovi?
That's right. From Hawaii and its toxic ash to metrosexuals and waxing their ass.
That's right, baby. That's right. What else did we cover? Sexy.
From Delano and his Metrosexual style to him not telling us about his boo. What's his name? Kyle?
There you go. Yeah. I didn't want too many people to know that was a big surprise, but
Metro.
yeah, we got you covered in all the hoopla from Donald and his Twitter to C-Tech arguing with his wife. Bro, why did you hit her? Can you tell us about that? We'll talk about that after the show.
Not true.
Also, from all the hoopla and the movie, the movie Star Wars to Vato V and all of his horrors, right? We got all that. We got all that covered, right?
Thank you.
So now let's get to Danny here. Danny, thank you so much for joining us today.
That's
Thank
right,
you for
Danny.
having me, guys.
And
Awesome.
yes, it's so good to have you. And you, Danny, let's tell you a little bit about her. She lives in the Inland Empire. She served in the military, police.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
country.
service.
right.
Yes, thank you for your service. She also had a cancer. She's a cancer survivor. Had a cancer survivor scare there. She may want to talk about if you want to talk about that. She's a single mother, and she's a wax specialist. Okay,
right.
She works with all kinds of people, including celebrities, and that's why we have her on the show today. Not only is she exciting is she an exciting person with an exciting personality, but she also is going to what she does relates to our topic today, which is the meat and potatoes of our show. Yep. Regular Joes versus metrosexual men. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
So Danny, I got to ask you this: you're a wax specialist. How is it? You wax people all over, okay? Including we joked about waxing the ass and stuff like that.
It's a thing.
Yeah, you talked to us a little bit before the show. What's that experience like?
I told you earlier, it takes
Yeah.
a special person to do this job.
Yes.
You can't just do this job. It's rough.
Yeah,
It's rough. There's a lot. I mean, it's men, it's women, it's clean people, it's dirty people, it's small people, it's big people. There's a lot.
It's
that
dirty
goes
people.
into it.
So here's a question for you: How many? What's the percentage of men that actually go see you?
I have more women than men, but I
Right.
do have a lot of male clients. I
Right.
don't do any like male under the belt.
Right.
But I do a lot of men's like noses, eyebrows, backs, chest, stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
Now, you mentioned before the show that you have done a few men. You don't do men under the belt now, but you did before. And what is the reason you stopped? I found this hilarious.
It's not funny. It was traumatizing, I'm telling you. So we were doing training. We brought in 2 people from Craigslist because that sounds like a brilliant idea.
Of course,
And
awesome.
so these men, they were a little socially awkward. So they came in a little bit weird already. But they had full-on ejaculations on the table, both of them, during the service.
Well,
It's not funny.
So in the middle of the waxing,
Traumatizing, guys.
we wanted to videotape
Any in
that.
the hair, yeah, I know. Hidden camera?
I was
Never
gonna
know
say,
where we're gonna
he
be.
looked familiar.
Gosh. Danny, I love you already. I knew. Why did your face turn red when she was telling us about this before the show?
No,
Sexy.
he's not like I cannot confirm nor deny.
I knew Danny was a little uncomfortable around here. You know, I have to watch this
Is that
guy.
why she sat across the table?
I know.
Jeez. So you're saying that as you were waxing these men's private parts, they ejaculated right there on the table, and then you said they weren't ashamed about it. It was just like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'll just go ahead and wipe that up. And so how are the kids? You know, I mean, it was just,
It was nothing.
oh my
Wow.
gosh.
No big deal. Like it was
That is-
normal. Normal people do that all the time.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
You had to keep going, right? You had to keep
No,
going with
I
the
quit.
waxing.
Oh.
Ah,
I
good
was
for you.
done. I was out.
So
Good
half
for
of
you.
his balls were shaved. I
Yeah.
mean, waxed, and the other ones were like.
You're out of luck. You can't control it. You're
You should
done.
have just stabbed him in the nuts.
Oh,
Just turned up
is
the
that what
wax.
you wanted her to
heat.
do to you?
It wasn't me. You know, we all have our
doing the
twins out
shaggy.
there, right?
Shag her over this.
We all have our
That
twins out there.
I love how we're joking, but C-Tech made sure, hey, I know you. That wasn't me, okay? I know
damn
the
it.
joke is over, goddamn it. Yeah. Oh my God, that is
That is crazy,
hilarious.
man.
And you also talked about waxing people who didn't have the best hygiene, right?
That's
Yeah.
probably the worst.
Yeah, and it didn't matter what they looked like or what they
Nope.
yeah. And you mentioned there were people who this is so hilarious. to
I'm
me.
gonna let you say this one.
Yeah, she went in detail. Okay,
A lot of
she
detail.
described that
Wow.
she had certain women in there who still had doodoo berries in her asses. Right? Am I right? Something like
Yeah.
that. As she's I'm like, there had to be some type of smell or something like
God,
that.
that's
It's
That's
one of
horrible.
those you just hold your breath, you go for it, you get them out.
oh my.
You see, and that's funny. We're
job.
on this subject today. Like, that's why I'm a big fan of baby wipes. Like, talk about me all you want, but anything less is unhygienic.
Yeah, yeah.
I was telling them we have them to offer them like before.
Oh, okay.
But
Do they-
some people just don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God.
They don't get the hint, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, so-
Horrible. horrible.
Like, I didn't bring my kids with me.
Oh my gosh! So so let's get into the whole metrosexual versus regular Joe. Vato V asked this question earlier about how many people, like, do you get more men or women?
Right.
So do you find that men, when it comes to the male population, this is growing as far as getting waxed and getting groomed and things like that with what you do?
When I started a few years ago, it was mostly like athletes. gay men.
Right.
It now is more so. I've seen more straight men coming into it.
I think the millennials are metrosexual.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
We've been pretty rough on millennials on this show.
I know.
So they're assholes, right?
They're a little emo, man.
They're a little, and they're metrosexual, right?
There you go.
But there's nothing wrong with being metrosexual.
No,
There's not.
Yeah.
And I can see the athletes too. I mean, when I was competing to be a figure model or figure guy, figure competition for Mr. Physique, I had to
Pretty
get used
motherfucker.
to, shaving my legs like clean, and a lot's being shown on stage, so you can't have any hair.
Did you
So
use a woman's razor or a man's?
This is why you wax.
That's right. It's made for cuts like for a woman, but made for me.
It's the opposite.
Oh man, it's
tough
being
world
hairy.
out
It's just not in anymore. Having any type of hair, body hair whatsoever.
I'm out on this one. I think men should have hair.
Really, as a
I
as a
do.
wax
I do.
specialist, you feel
I know.
that?
How about
I swear.
manscaping though?
I know. I'm not a fan. I think like men should have butt hair.
Oh, hey.
And like arm hair and beards and like it's
So-
in. I
so
think.
are
Yeah, but
you-
I think if you polled 100 women, 50 would agree with her, and the other 50 would say, no, I like a smooth man, a smooth chest, a smooth face. So it's just
Interesting.
kind of depends on what the woman likes.
That's
you know?
true.
I think
We
there's
have
a
to
lot of
get
women that would be
statistics.
like, I want trim, not
Right.
bushy and not
Not,
shaved,
like, super,
but
super
trim,
bushy.
like trim.
Yeah.
Clean.
Manscaping.
At least have a fade on their chest or something like that.
A little design Superman.
So there you go. So all the men out there, just call us. Hey,
Bought the Visa Pro on the
right.
on the fades in the chest.
That's right.
By a show of votes, men here only. By a show of votes, do you prefer your women hairy or
Shit.
trimmed or nothing at all? I like nothing at all.
From nothing to trimmed is good.
Yeah.
Nothing to trim.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
any hair down there because, I mean, I've seen my fair share of vaginas. And
he's
I've had my fair share of vaginas.
Hair
I'm a
and
grown
teeth?
ass man. No.
You're a man boy.
And I noticed that we're hey, this is the mentality show.
Yep.
I noticed that women, if they don't shave down there, there's a bit of a like if you go if a woman goes and takes a piss, you're gonna smell a little bit of that piss in her hair. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Depending on what you guys do.
There's a scent.
I
to
totally
it.
agree.
There's a
At the
scent,
same time, I'm not gonna lie. I do like a little hair sometimes, only because we can't hide from our true nature. Like there's pheromones that comes out in hair, and when a woman has hair near her vagina, and if you're around those pheromones, you smell her as an individual, not her perfume, and not another woman, and that can be an aphrodisiac.
Very true. You make a very good point. I do love a woman's smell, but I don't like it when it's
I don't
a
like
pissy
that.
smell.
I don't like that smell.
That's what gets me.
I don't
You know?
like
Are
that
you,
smell.
wait,
I
wait,
do
wait.
like that, yeah.
Are you 288?
What is a 280? I'm not sure what that is. I'm a host on the mentality.
I find that like my younger guests, like those are the ones that don't want any hair. But my older guests,
Millennials.
like 25 and up, usually like to leave a little hair. But it's also a men's preference too, because I have a lot of women that only wax because of their husbands. So it's kind of a hit or miss with either one.
Right.
It also could be a cultural thing. I mean, when I was lived in Miami, like the French women and the Haitian women, they had hair under their arms, and that kind of turned me off. Like, 'cause it reminded me of, I don't know. I looked down and I saw hair under the arms. It just
Jackson
reminded
5 or something.
man a little
performing or
bit.
something.
I don't know. It was a masculine trait.
Yeah.
But she was so beautiful. I got over it.
I have a problem with a woman being hairier than me.
And you're a pretty hairy guy.
Thank you.
I have a problem.
We can fix that.
There you go. Daniel made an
that's-
appointment.
Well, speaking of that, that's what we brought her here for. V, you want to go ahead and get on the table and just that's
Can we
after
make it
the show.
hurt?
We'll put that on YouTube.
We gotta make it hurt. Pull that shit hard.
Yeah, does it hurt to get? Is it painful for a person to get their asses waxed?
Assholes? No.
Assholes, right?
Ass cheeks? A little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
wow.
Everywhere's different. Like the most painful parts are like your upper lip,
Yeah.
Brazilian, probably. Underarms hurt kind of bad.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, everything's pretty simple.
I've got my.
Wait, in the video, you have you're doing a nose hair. Does that
Doesn't hurt at all.
Doesn't hurt.
No.
Really?
'Cause if I
And it
look,
lasts
hurts.
10 times longer than trimming.
Oh, wow.
Really? I used to get my back waxed. I got
used
a
to
little
get your
hair on my
ass
back
waxed.
waxed.
And bleach.
You know. Okay, I got to ask you this, Danny.
Okay.
On this table here, I'm so glad Drew walked in because I know I probably would have gotten a vote here. But at this table, here, who is the most metrosexual? Who comes across as the most metrosexual male to you at this table?
I would have said you, and then he walked in.
Yes. And
he's got like the outfit, and he's just all.
You know what? And
snazzy.
I embrace it. I call myself a sophisticated caveman.
There you go.
Like, yes, I'm dressed
love
up
that.
now. I know how to clean up well, but for the most part, I would say 80% of the week, I'm in sweats. You know, my beard's untrimmed. You know, I got a baseball hat on. But when it's time to, you know, I can come out and be mistaken for what would be called a metrosexual.
RuPaul or something like that. No, that's super metrosexual. Well, since we're on the topic of metrosexual, in your opinion, Danny, since you work in the field, what is a metrosexual male? How would you define that?
I think a man who takes care of himself, pedicures, nice outfits, matching, because a lot of men don't even know how to match their clothes.
That's true.
So if you know how to match your clothes and you're taking care of yourself and face cream and
Yeah, I gotta
makeup,
do my
face cream, and you have
Hydrate.
like a system to your getting ready. I think that's metro.
Right?
Yeah. No, because I know a lot of meatheads that do supplements and they're not
That's
real
true.
metro.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're
They're real
right, you're
gross,
right.
so-
But are they doing supplements for their skin?
Yeah. It's vitamin E.
I'm low maintenance.
I
I didn't
heard,
know that
I
was
read
a
something.
thing.
Vitamin steroids.
Yeah, it's metrosexual. It's here's the problem with being a metrosexual male these days. I have no problem with it. I consider myself somewhat metrosexual. I like Drew's definition of it. What did you say? A metrosexual caveman?
Sophisticated caveman.
Sophisticated. I like that. Yes. See,
You're not one of those. though.
yeah, no, I'm a metrosexual
you're
male.
You're a guru.
Well, what do you have to say, Texie? What am I? I like to see
You're
your
like the
definition.
extreme of metrosexual.
What?
Like 50 pairs of shoes,
Yeah.
tight shirts.
Yep.
Drew has a tight shirt on too.
Let me ask you.
That's not as tight as yours.
Do your panties match your outfit?
Yes, it do.
Oh, yes. Now that's a good question.
There you go.
That's a good question. I have to make sure.
They do.
I don't wear panties at all. No. I believe in keeping yourself groomed and if you want to call it metrosexual, call it that. But the problem with that is when men take care of themselves and they groom themselves like that, because there's so many, and there's nothing wrong with this at all. There's a lot of gay men who adopt these same type of
That's true.
have these
That's
same type
true.
of qualities.
That's true.
So people automatically, as a man, and I'm not, gay at all. I love women. Okay, they look at me and they think, oh, well-groomed beard, smells nice, dresses nice. I bet you there's a 50% chance he's gay.
Because I think a lot of women are like that masculine thing where men don't take care of themselves. Like, that's sexy.
Okay.
To me,
You know
I
what?
mean,
This is what I wanted to chime in on. I think there's a double standard here because men don't take women who wear jeans and go to the gun range as
Right.
being butch. They just say, oh, she's one of the guys. She's cool.
Right.
But men, we get this stigma like, you do what with what? And you have to make sure this matches with what that.
Yeah.
I don't
I
think
agree.
that's fair.
I agree.
Yeah, I totally agree. And, there's some things that are not good about being metrosexual. Like if you take longer than your woman getting ready and that type of thing, maybe you should question yourself. Oh, maybe I'm doing too much, this type of thing. Or, like you said, the panties have to match the, the outfit or whatever. That's too much. But yeah, that's a very good point you made, Drew.
there's nothing, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, though.
Yeah. What do you said you find a man a hairier. A hairy man. Because some
She
women
likes the beards. The beards are in right now. You like the
Yeah.
big Santa Claus beards
I
or like
do.
the trim beards?
I like the more trimmed beards.
Yeah.
But I like hair. Like men should have armpit hair and butt hair.
Yeah, I agree.
And like leg hair.
So they
but
can
I
be-
also don't mind a guy who takes care of his skin or
Right.
do I want you to be more high maintenance than me? No. And I'm pretty low maintenance, so that's hard. But
I think at the end of the day, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
At the end of the day, it's about balance. Like let me just give an example. If you and your lady decide to take an impromptu trip to Vegas, and you're on the road, and you're dressed up nice, and you're ready to do the Vegas thing in a couple hours. You're gonna arrive. What could cause a little, we'll say, vaginal dryness is if you're in the middle of the desert and you get a flat tire and you don't know how to change a fucking tire.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
That's
I
a problem
agree.
with that.
Yeah.
Like
That's bad.
you need to know when to roll up those sleeves, take
yeah.
the cufflinks off,
Yeah.
change the damn tire,
Right?
Right.
go to Vegas, clean up,
I can fix shit.
and have your night.
See right there.
Yes.
That's right. You're a man, boy.
He can fix shit. Yeah, he has no sense of fashion. I mean,
But
it
he can
matches.
fix.
It
That's why
matches.
I wear
you know?
company shirts.
but
Road
As you were saying,
sponsor.
Vado.
Yeah, what were you about to say, Vato?
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
My question is this, okay? I mean, you've dealt with men and women as well. I mean, obviously. When you have clients, okay, who are the ones, obviously you have Metrosexual, regular Joes or whatever, but when you have clients, who are the most, I would say, materialistic? I don't say materialistic. That's not the question, but like who are the ones that are more high maintenance
Between men and women?
between men and women?
I think that women are more picky.
Right.
Men, it doesn't even matter, gay, straight, metro, doesn't even matter.
Right.
They're just like, yeah, get in, get out. But I have my women clients who are very high maintenance.
Wow.
And you better have every hair gone.
Really?
And there's a system to waxing. Like, you have to come every 4 weeks. And if you don't, you're screwed.
Right.
So if you're not on your cycle, then I'm not going to get all your hair.
Oh.
No, not that kind of cycle.
that's-
A hair
oh,
cycle.
okay.
We're going
Oh, wait.
Oh.
It's called a hair cycle.
There you go.
Oh, okay. got
Every
it.
28 days, a new hair
We
cycle.
did not
grows.
know that.
I should have told you that prior.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Hair cycle.
Wait, we weren't going to talk about cycles, were we? Right. Wait, that's not on the list.
That's one thing we do not address on the Mentality Show is cycles.
Hair
women's
cycles.
Yes, hair cycles. Okay, that makes a.
That's perfect.
A
Hair
lot more
cycles,
sense.
great.
Follicle cycle.
Menstrual cycles?
And-
Hell no.
Hell to the no.
Now, Danny, you mentioned that you before you got into being a wax specialist, you also was a massage therapist, correct? Tell us a little bit about that. Like, what made you got out of that? Of course, what made you get out of that business?
I
were
went to
saying some
school
interesting
for
things.
it just because I wanted to pay my rent and get paid through the military to pay my rent. But I went to school for it. I did not like it at all because you're consistently massaging people. You're hurting your own back, your wrists. It's just not a fun job.
Yeah, it's taxing
You
the
don't get to
body.
talk. You have to be quiet for an hour.
Yeah,
Right.
Waxing, you get to just bullshit and like tell everybody's stories.
Yeah.
But yeah, massaging just is not. It's not a fun job.
You know, we don't think about that. I've gotten plenty of massages, and you know, you that sounded like the horniest host.
Everybody.
Show enough. Show you right, girl. No, you don't think about that when you're getting your
massage? Balls deep.
Balls deep.
No, I don't have dudes massaging me, man. So
That we know of.
you don't think about that when you're getting a massage. That this person here, you're probably like their 5th or 6th client of the day. That they, you have to. I mean, these people. I like my deep tissue massage, so you have to get in there and
Balls
dig
deep.
and stuff like that. You know?
Deep. Balls deep.
Vato V,
Sir.
you get massages, right?
I do.
Tell us about them.
They're deep. Don't touch my body anymore.
Oh man, that is so. Yeah, you don't think about that, but I found that very interesting. That that's something that you decided to get out of and become a wax specialist, and now you have the disadvantages you run into being a wax specialist as well.
What
go ahead.
makes more money?
Yeah, good question.
It just depends on where you work, who you work for. If you're working for yourself, with a massage, you can make, a $80 massage for an hour. That's $80. But with waxing, you can do 4 appointments in an hour at $50 each. That's $200 an hour, plus tips. So it just depends. I mean,
Where do I sign up? Let's do this.
Right.
I always wondered. I just figured that as a massage therapist, is it tougher to massage someone who's obese because you have to dig deeper to get to the muscle, as opposed to someone who's muscular where you can see the muscle right there and just work it out?
He's just saying it because he has muscles.
I was wondering.
I think you learn. It's just like waxing. You kind of learn everyone's body type. So when that person comes in, you kind of tailor that massage to that person's body.
Okay.
For me, I don't have arm strength. I'm not buff. So I can't give like a deep tissue massage.
Okay.
So it's harder for me, but people that have been doing it for a long time and are strong like that, they can do some work on.
Professionals.
It's a big guy, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
They body slam
woman.
you.
I think honestly though, men are better massage therapists than women.
I always ask for a guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
They're
Yeah.
better.
That's
you get
retro.
a better
You asked for a
massage.
guy to
I
massage you?
specifically ask for men
I
because
can't have a
I
dude touching me,
need
man.
someone who
That's
can
right.
get in there deep.
You know what?
That doesn't feel weird.
Hold
though?
on.
What about the hand job? Well, you know, how do you handle
That's
that?
different.
Those are just your massages.
Hey, I had
Yes.
those are yours. Those are your own.
Those are just yours.
I do not confirm nor
deny.
deny. Actually, I do deny. I can't confirm.
I can't confirm. Wait, but well, for me, the best massage I've gotten when I've gone to the mall and the little Asian cats that are on the side right there, man. Hey, man, shit.
The Asian guys.
Oh yeah, they little Asian man.
They get in there.
Yeah, they get in there, man. They got Kyle.
The little ninjas of the mall.
There you go.
I've never had a dude do that. It's just weird.
I specifically.
It's only weird if you let it be
There you
weird.
go. That's right.
To be honest with you, it's more weird with a woman.
What
To
did she
me.
say? I'm sorry.
That's
To me, it's more weird with a woman. You don't want to go out like George Costanza and get
Right.
movement
Yeah.
during the massage.
Like
Oh,
my
you have to be
waxing.
focused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you
Well, you
go.
don't want that to happen with
I'm
the
not
man
gonna think
either.
about that
you
with
know?
a guy. He's the guy.
Yeah, that's I cannot do it. I
He's
just
over here
can't.
like stunned, like what the fuck? Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get the headlights.
It's women, you know. I'm all equal rights here, okay? Women are just as strong as
But-
men when it comes to massage, so I don't judge, you know. I
Yeah, he doesn't
just no
judge
dudes.
when it comes to massage.
Just no dudes.
Just no dudes.
I'm someone who believes in equal rights and equal opportunity for everyone, but no dudes.
Not in a massage. No.
But I
vatos.
won't let a man massage me.
There you go.
Can a man?
So what's the difference? Exactly. What's the difference?
What?
She just said it right now. So you won't let a man massage.
Oh,
you.
no, I was saying him.
Oh, you
Not
want
me.
to let a
Yeah,
man?
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
get
What about
massaged
you?
any
Oh,
day.
you'll get right
I'll
on
get
that.
him any day.
Yeah, who would you prefer, a man or a woman to massage?
Men give better massages. I'm
Thank
not being sexist,
Mm-hmm.
but women are not as strong as men.
Yep.
It's
It's
just
just
a
a
proven
biological
thing.
fact,
It's
yeah.
just a thing. Men can give us better massage.
Hey, my little Asian man, he gives me deep massage.
And
Why
don't-
is your voice?
He don't get deep
Oh,
with
yeah.
those balls because you
Hell
got
no.
little dick.
I'm
Got
fully
little dick
clothed.
syndrome.
What your dick? What your dick? Your dick? D-E-E-K. No.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Hello. What's wrong?
Who would you say can a man be a wax therapist?
I don't. I think if a straight man wanted to do my job, he would probably be gay afterwards. I honestly think that that's the truth.
Because of some of the things you've seen.
Just because of the things that I've seen, I think that men just assume women are just clean all the time.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And it's not true.
I don't want that.
No, you don't want to
that
see
image.
what I see.
So have you ever like?
I don't think I want to be a gynecologist either.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why anyone
Really
wants to
see
be a
That's
gynecologist.
like what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
oh. Have you ever like seen? Well, you know, have you ever seen anybody that you waxed and you pretty much diagnosed them on the spot and they didn't know about stuff
They
like
have one
that?
of the H's.
Yeah, one of the H's.
One of the
Well, let's
H's.
explain what one of the H's are, okay? Before you, okay, as we've claimed, as we've talked about in the show, you do not want to be diagnosed
With
with,
any of the
one of the
H's.
4 H's, okay? STD wise, we're talking about herpes, HIV, HPV, and
Hepatitis C.
hepatitis. Okay,
A,
none of the
B,
hepatitis,
C,
A, B,
all
C,
the
or
way to
D.
Z.
You don't want any of the H's. Okay,
Or
if you got a
hemorrhoids.
C, if you got a, you can work with that. Okay, you can work with that. If you got a G, just don't give me an H. Okay? So, I remember when I was in high school, the cheerleader would say, "Give me an H." I was like, "Hell no." So okay,
We'll skip that later.
so I'm sorry, Danny. Go ahead. The question was, have you ever come across with someone that smelled like they had an H or something?
No,
You
the
smell an H?
Well, smells are horrible in my job.
no, the question was like, have you ever
Herpes. I'm sorry. That's the 5th one. Herpes.
there
I'm
you go.
sorry. Yes.
Have you ever
yes.
pretty much when you're waxing somebody, have you ever diagnosed them? I mean, obviously you're not a doctor, but have
We-
you ever seen like, oh shit, like, hey, you might want to get that checked out because
Yeah, we have to be careful. Like it's a touchy subject when you're telling someone that because we're not doctors.
of course.
And we don't want to offend anyone either.
Right.
That we have to make them feel comfortable. But if we don't feel comfortable, we're more than welcome to be like, hey, like, I
girl.
just don't feel comfortable waxing over this. I don't want it
Got
to
it.
bleed. I don't want it to,
Got
you know
it.
what I mean? Like
Right.
rip your skin off.
Right.
We say it in ways that,
Oh, girl, you got
Probably
H.
but hey,
What if they tell you, oh, that's just a hair bump?
if we don't
Big
feel
ass hair bump.
comfortable,
Hair starts with H.
if we don't feel comfortable, we just tell them go get it checked. That's fine.
So you make sure you wear your gloves.
Yeah. Oh, all the time.
Yeah, and
It's a habit.
condoms.
Have you ever had somebody come in and go, could you make me feel comfortable with my H? Could you just, I mean, do they ever admit to you that they have something and you just got to work with it?
I've not had anyone be like, hey, got the herpes, like
Yeah.
wax me. But
Oh, wow.
there are people that know they have it, don't tell us, and then we find out later, which is that's scary.
Yeah, you can sue
Like,
that person too if you find out.
It gets,
I just found that out.
That's
You
what the
can
gloves are for.
Have you been sued?
I know
not
firsthand.
I've never had an H. I mean, preparation H. That's
There you go.
it.
That's it.
Wait, you're Metro. You
Yeah.
put it on your eyes, right?
That works, right? That's a good question. What are some of the beauty secrets out
you go.
there? Drew mentioned one: vitamins you can take for your skin. What are some of the, you two being the prettiest people here? What are some of the things you can do to enhance your beauty? You know?
I'm an esthetician, so that's what I went to school for. But I'm the worst esthetician in the world. But I know my mom. Sorry, Mom. She uses preparation H under her eye.
Okay.
What does that do? That takes the puffiness
It like
out?
tightens and like
Yeah,
tones.
interesting.
And yeah, there's little stuff like that. If you use castor oil on your
that's new.
eyebrows, it makes your brows grow in thick and full.
Really?
Yes. There's all
Castor oil?
Castor oil.
Preparation H.
Yep.
Penicillin.
Eggs,
is that-
like egg whites. Put them on your
Oh.
face. They tighten.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Yeah,
salad.
amino acids and eggs.
Sounds like a dressing.
Write that down.
I know. There's all kinds of
This-
beauty stuff. You just got to Google that.
Again,
There you
for all you listeners out there, 818-570-5085, 818-570-5085 is the number.
That's right.
If you have anything to chime in on this or anything you'd like to say, we probably had like 8 or 9 people call, but Tech C probably didn't notice it. So once Danny recognized him as the guy who, what did she say? He,
The Craigslist monster.
he lost focus. So
Greg, this the ejaculator.
please call back in. So.
Sperm shooter.
Yeah.
Anything else we'd like to say about this matter concerning this subject, gentlemen?
Hey, man, that's-
Any other questions, Drew?
Wipe
Anything?
before you wax.
Before you wax,
Thank
baby
you.
wipes.
Yeah, give us
Baby
some.
wipes.
What would you tell the people out there to do
Just-
before they come and see you?
Go to the bathroom. That's all.
And wipe your ass
wipe
before you get
wipe
your
the
ass
pee
waxed.
away.
Wipe
The piece
before
of-
you
You know what?
wax.
No, take a damn shower before you go and see this young lady, man. Like, God damn,
Yes
what's so
and
hard
no.
about that? You know,
Tries
right?
to skid out.
Make sure
Just
but
baby wipe.
At least a couple hours before they
Yeah.
go see you. Like, come
I
on,
agree.
you know. Gee,
not even a couple of hours. Some people
The night
start
before, at
to-
least, right? Night before,
Nice.
shower.
Then you got overnight ass. When you go see it, you know? Nobody wants-
You got sweaty ass.
all
So
day
your ass
ass.
sweats at night?
You got all day ass and overnight ass. You
Sitting
know?
on the chair ass. Sick,
Yeah.
Swamp ass.
Just sitting here, your ass. If I go get a wax, something could. I'm clean, so I'm metrosexual,
He's
so
metro.
it's not gonna happen. So
Probably doesn't
You
have
got
hair in
baby
his
wipes
ass.
in your pockets, man.
He took them out.
They're
I'm
in
proud
his-
of it.
They're in
I'm
his
proud of
purse
it.
down here.
I know.
Yes.
Man purse.
It's a man
It's-
purse.
Yeah.
It's a satchel.
His purse.
His man bag.
No dingleberries or H's here. Okay?
That's
Thank
right.
you. Thank you. That's all I need.
So before we end the show, there's this new thing we've added to the show that Vato V and Tech C. Anytime we have a special guest, we do this thing called Dad Joke Off. Okay,
Joke off.
Dad jokes. So basically, here it is. We didn't tell you this before the show, Danny. We don't want it to surprise you. Tech C and Vato V, they're going to throw at you several dad jokes. And in case you don't know what a dad joke is the type of joke that someone tells, particularly a father or someone like that, the joke is corny as hell. This guy has no idea what funny is. It's corny, but it's so corny it's funny. Okay, that's a dad joke. And we discovered this. We've done our research. Vato V and Tech C, since they're the corniest guys on the show, they're going to go ahead and do this. So they're going to throw jokes at you. Each one they're going to say a joke, and whoever makes you laugh the hardest is the winner. Okay.
Have to buy him a beer.
and give them hell too. Don't laugh if it's not funny. Okay. If it's corny, don't laugh. These guys have about 10 jokes each. So, Drew, if you have something to add, I'll give you an example. Here's a dad joke. Okay. What do you call? What do you call somebody with no body and no nose? Okay. No body and no nose. Anybody? Nobody knows. That's my dad joke.
All right. You know
But
what?
don't
I
punch.
get him now.
You get them now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's the type of joke your dad
So
said.
corny, it's funny.
So keep a straight face, right? This
There you go.
is
Keep a
the
straight
game.
face.
Whoever makes you laugh or laughs the most wins.
Here we go.
Okay, go
So-
ahead. Tech C.
So if Forrest Gump had a password, what would his password be?
What?
1 Forrest 1.
She's a tough one.
There you go.
Tough character. Okay. Damn.
What do you call a Mexican who has lost his car?
What?
Carlos.
How do you
Hey.
How do you get a squirrel down from the tree?
How?
Pull on your pants, show me your nuts.
That's good.
Oh, whoa, okay. Laugh one for C-Tech.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, waiter. Sorry about. Oh. Sorry about your weight, Dad. Are you saying I'm fat? Sorry, I couldn't read
No?
that shit.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you call a camel in a drought?
Oh Lord.
What?
A dry humper. No?
Did you hear about the circus fire?
No.
It was intense.
The circus fire. Oh, okay. One for Vato V. Okay. Don't be nervous, Vato V. Speak up when you.
You want to hear a joke about construction?
Yes.
I'm still working on it.
I love that one.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I got it.
Wait, did she laugh? It was okay.
No.
Okay.
She's tough.
Okay. What do you call a masturbating cow?
What?
Beef stroganoff.
Beef stroking off.
What do you call a hippie's wife?
Okay. It's in the delivery, Vato V. So I helped you on that one. I'm gonna give you a half a point for that.
Point five.
What do you call a hippie's wife?
What?
Mississippi.
Mrs. Hippie.
Mrs. Hippie.
Okay. All right. That's okay. That was your goal one. That was good.
Why did the Invisible Man turn down the job offer?
Why?
He couldn't see himself doing it.
This guy's laughing more than him.
Okay.
I
like that one.
Why
I'm
did
corny. I'm corny, so I
You're
like
such a
jokes like
dad.
I am. So right now,
who's the most corny one around? You laughing the most, man.
I'm corny sometime.
Why did the seller go to the studio?
Why?
To get some beats.
Okay.
Texas, you got two. See, it's in the delivery, baby.
Okay.
It is.
What do you call a cow with two legs?
What?
Lean beef.
Okay. All right. So that's
We're
2.5 for
out of time,
Vato B.
no?
2.5.
We got about one more minute left.
more.
Okay. Let's see what you got, gentlemen.
What does a mermaid wash their fins with?
What?
Tide. Use my good ammo.
I know there's no more. Oh, let me see.
I got one
yeah.
for you
Okay, go
guys.
ahead.
Oh, it's here.
Okay.
All right. If
This
it's
is
not
gonna blow
funny,
your mind, though.
if it's not funny, we're
Ready?
not gonna laugh.
It's
Okay.
you have to guess. There's 30 cows and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
How many didn't? Dented? What's the
Did not. How many did not?
Oh, there's 20 cows.
There's 30 cows and 28 chickens. How many did not?
And we have to guess what they did not do.
How many did not?
2. 20 cows and 38 chickens. How many did not?
There's 30 cows and
30
28,
cows and
chickens.
28 chickens.
How many did
So
not?
that's 58.
That's all the time we have to.
Do you want me to tell you the answer?
Yes.
10 did not. 28 chickens.
10
did
Okay.
I stumped everyone with that. We sat in my house for like 30 minutes and
Delano
everyone.
joke. Delano
I
joke
make
for sure.
people so mad with that.
Let's hear a kryptonite one.
That's a riddle. Oh, this is one I made up. Okay. I made this up. So this is how smart and intelligent I am. Okay.
Good job.
All right. Everybody knows the difference between Crips and Bloods, right? Red and blue, right? Don't be hating over there, Texas. Drew, you know the difference between Crips and Bloods.
Yeah.
Danny, right?
Got it.
Time's ticking. Hurry up.
All right. So, what do you?
Time's up.
What do you? See, you messing over. Okay. What do you say to Superman when you see him wearing a blue bandana at midnight? What do you say to Superman? If you see Superman wearing a blue bandana at midnight, what do you say to him?
I'm going to guess it's something with kryptonite.
Whoa! Yes. Kryptonite.
You set it up to.
You said it.
No, did I tell you this?
Do my-
God
You
damn
laid
it.
it
Anyways,
out. You laid
tune
it
in
out
next
too
week.
heavy. Laid it out too heavy.
Everybody I told that joke to could not get it. Wow.
He answered it. Never mind.
Because he set it up. He set
Ah.
it up.
He said,
You set
say
it
the
up.
kryptonite
You
one.
set it up, dude.
All right, looks like we're about
If
out
you
of
looked
time.
it up on the internet and just said that joke, it wouldn't. No one would know.
Somebody turn text these, Mike. We're about out of time. So, all right, looks like we're out of time. Please check us out here, The Mentality Show. Check us out on all the social media We're going to
as
be.
well.
This show will be airing on YouTube tomorrow. If you missed it today, and if you missed it today, why the hell would you hear me say what I just said? But it's going to be on YouTube,
Mentality.
Instagram, the www.thementalityshow.com. Let's welcome. Let's
Next week,
Hey.
we might have Vanessa Vasquez on.
Vanessa Vasquez. Yes, who is she? Real quick, text
She
me.
appeared on East Los High. It's a TV show.
There you go. So, all right, let's thank Drew. Drew, thank you for joining us
Oh,
today.
yeah, it's been fun, guys.
Awesome. Yes.
Sometimes fun.
Yes, we'd love to have you back. We're going to talk after the show and ask you some questions, see if you qualify. So, let's thank our guest, Danny Nicole.
Thank you. Look her up on
All
her.
right.
Check her out. Check her out on social
Check her
media
out.
too.
Yes, on DN. Let me make sure I get this right. I'm sorry. I'll get my notes here. Let's see what we got here. DN Waxing on IG. All right. Thank you so much, folks. We'll see you next week. That's our show. And remember, with our help, you're good.
But with our help,
You could be the best. See you next week.
Vámonos.
You're listening to The Mentality Show, only on LA Talk Radio.